Good morning, students. Welcome to the class of English 2. I hope you'll be fine. Today we'll start rest paragraphs of lesson 6, The World in a Wall. The writer of this story is Gerald Darrell. Gerald Darrell was watching the insects that lived hidden within the plaster of the garden wall when he saw a scorpion with many tiny babies clinging to its back. Clinging means sticking to its back. Gerald Darrell decided to take the scorpion family to his room and keep them there so that he could watch them grow. So he took them into a matchbox, but just as he entered the house, the lunch was served and he left the matchbox of the scorpions on the mantelpiece. Mantelpiece means near the fireplace. Mantelpiece. Laurie, one of his family member, maybe his brother, Laurie finished his lunch and took the matchbox off the mantelpiece with the intention of having a smoke. As the matchbox was opened, the scorpion escaped. Now we'll start next paragraph. Open your book, page number 46, and first you can say here third, first and second, leaving the first and second, we'll start from third paragraph. Now see the third paragraph of page number 46. He uttered a roar of fright that made Lucrezia drop a plate and brought Roger is the name of a dog, Roger out from beneath the table, barking wildly. With a flick of his hand, he sent the unfortunate scorpion flying down the table, and she landed midway between Margot and Leslie, scattering babies like confetti as she thumped on the cloth. Thoroughly enraged at the treatment the creature sped towards Leslie, her sting quivering with emotion. Leslie leapt to his feet, overturning his chair, and flicked out desperately with his napkin, sending the scorpion rolling across the cloth toward the Margot, who promptly let out a scream that any railway engine would have been proud to produce. But mother, completely confused by this sudden and rapid change from peace to chaos, put on her glasses and peered down the table to see what was causing the pandemonium. At that moment, Margot, in a vain attempt to stop the scorpion's advance, hurled a glass of water at it. Now we'll see the third paragraph. What happened? He made a roar of fright. Fright means fear. That made Lucrezia drop a plate and brought Roger out from beneath means under the table. He started barking wildly. With a flick means sudden quick movement. Flick means sudden quick. With sudden quick movement, his flick of his hand. What will say? With sudden quick movement of his hand, he sent the unfortunate scorpion, poisonous deadly creature. So what will say? With a sudden quick movement of his hand, he sent the unfortunate scorpion flying down the table. As the scorpion landed midway between Margot and Leslie, scattering babies like The scattering babies of scorpion were looking like small pieces of colored paper which we throw at celebration. So what confetti means? A small pieces of colored paper which we throw at celebration. So how they were looking? They were looking like a small small pieces of color paper which we throw at the special celebration, you can say, or occasion, at right celebration. Flying, what will say? As she thumped means stomped, as she stomped on the cloth, thoroughly enraged, completely enraged means very angry, completely very angry at this moment, at this treatment, completely very angry at this treatment. The creature sped towards Leslie. That scorpion, that creature, that insect, or you can say that creature moved. Sped means moved towards Leslie. Her sting, you know, sharp, a small sharp pointed part of the scorpion. What will say? A small sharp pointed part of the scorpion. So her sting quivering means shaking. Her sting was quivering with emotion. Now Leslie leapt means jumped. Leslie jumped to his feet and overturning his chair. And flicked out desperately with his napkin. And what he did? And he shoot out in hopelessly, or in the, you can say, in desperate manner. He shoot out hopelessly with his napkin and sending the scorpion rolling across the cloth towards Margot. What he did? Sending the scorpion rolling across the cloth towards Margot, who promptly let out. What he did is that he quickly made a cry that any railway engine would have been proud to produce. He cried like the railway engine. Here writer described that his cry, writer compare with the sound of the railway engine. So what is here written? He quickly produced a cry that any railway engine would have been proud to produce. Mother completely bewildered means confused. Bewildered means confused or approved. Bewildered means confused. The mother of the author was completely, fully confused by this sudden and rapid change, sudden and quick change from peace to chaos. From peace to chaos means disorder or approved. Confusion, what will say? Chaos means disorder. So mother was confused with a sudden and rapid quick change from peace to disorder. Put on her glasses. She wore her glasses and looked down. Peered means looked down. Peer means looked. So looked down the table to see what was causing the pandemonium. Pandemonium means here chaos or uproar. What was causing the uproar or chaos or confusion? Now see, after this what happened? At that moment, Margot, another member of his family, Margot in vain means useless, in useless attempt to stop the scorpions moving forward, what he did? He threw, Hurley means threw, he threw a glass of water at it. Where? He threw a glass of water at the scorpion. The shower missed the animal completely, but it fully drenched the mother. It fully drenched the mother, who not being able to stand the cold water, and quickly lost her breath and sat gasping. Gasping means breathing. What will say? Breathing noisily. Gasping means breathing noisily. What's it is? She sat and breathing noisily at the end of the table. She was unable even to protest. Protest here, object. Now see the next line. The scorpion had now gone to the ground under Leslie's plate while her babies swarm. Swarm means gathered together. Gathered in crowd. What will say? Swarm means gathered in crowd. Yes, wildly all over the table. Roger, mystified here, confused by the panic. Panic means fear or fright. But determined to do his share, ran round and round the room, barking hysterically. Hysterically means uncontrollably. Now see what happened after this. The scorpion had gone to the ground, right? Reached on the ground under the Leslie's plate. Where it reached? The scorpion reached on the ground under the Leslie's, what you say? Leslie's plate. Now see what happened after that. While the mother scorpion reached on the ground under the Leslie's plate, at the same time, or you can say while the small babies gathered in crowd widely all over the table. Roger was confused by the fear, by the panic, by the fright, but he was determined. He was determined to do his share. He wanted to do his share, and he was running here and there, running round and round in the room, and he was barking uncontrollably. Now see what happened. Now move to the next page number 47. It's that bloody boy again, bellowed Laurie. That boy, Laurie of his house, Arthur's brother maybe. Laurie cried. Laurie shouted wildly. You can say Laurie shouted loudly without restraint. Laurie shouted at him. Laurie shouted, shouted loudly without restraint, that it is the work of that bloody here, slaughterous or murderous. It is the work of that slaughterous boy again. Look out, they are coming, screamed Margot. Margot cried, watch out. Look out means watch out, or you can say be careful, they are coming. All we need is book, wrote Leslie. Then Leslie cried that we need only book to treat these animals, right? Don't panic, hit them with the book. Then what he said? He suggested that no need of being fearful, or don't panic, don't fear, right? Don't fear and hit them. He suggested hit the scorpions with a book. Now see the next line. What on the earth's the matter with you all? The mother kept imploring, asking here, mopping her glasses. It's that bloody boy. He will kill the lot of us. Look at the table. Keep knee deep in scorpion. What she said? That what on earth the matter with you all? What happened to you all? Mother was asking and cleaning her glasses, and she told that it is the work of that slaughterous boy. What she said? That it is the act of that slaughterous, murderous, violent boy. He will kill a lot of us. He will kill us. Look at the table. Then she dictated toward the table. Look at the table and knee deep in the scorpion. She wanted to tell, quick, do something. Look out. Then someone suggested, then do hurry up and do something to check these scorpions. Look out. Be careful, or watch out. Stop screeching. Screeching means shrieking, or you can say screaming, right? Screaming or shrieking, screeching. Stop screeching and get a book for God's sake. You are worse than dog. Shut up, Roger. By the grace of God, I wasn't beaten. Now see, then someone said that stop shrieking, stop screaming, stop shrieking, and get a book, and get a book, for God's sake. You were worse than, then they were cursing, right? Someone, you are worse than the dog. Shut up, Roger. So then at the time maybe Roger will be barking. So he instructed Roger, their dog, Roger, to remain silent. And he said that by the blessing of God, he was not beaten. He was not beaten by the scorpion. He was escaped. Look out, there's another one. Quick. Then seeing the baby's scorpion, he said, see, one more is there, right? There's another one. Look, one more is there. One more scorpion is there. Quick, do hurry up. Oh, shut up and get me a book for something. Then someone instructed that stop suggesting or telling or showing this scorpion. Just you give me a book for just you give me a book or something else to treat these animals, right? Now see, but how did the scorpion get on the table, dear? Then someone asked, then how did the scorpion's board get on, means board on the table, dear? That bloody boy. Every matchbox in the house is death trap. Death trap here, unsafe. Then someone told that is due to, and that slaughterous boy, due to him we all are in trouble, right? And he said that further, he told that every matchbox in the house is unsafe in the house. Look out, it's coming towards me. Quick, do something. Then again said that, see, be careful, it's coming towards me, right? Towards him, and quick, do something. What he said? Hurry up, do something to stop these scorpion moving forward. Hit with your knife. Then someone asked someone to hit the scorpions with their knife. Your knife, go on, hit him. He was forcing to hit the scorpion with his knife. Now see the next paragraph. Since no one had bothered to explain things to him, Roger was under the mistaken impression that the family were being attacked, and that it was his duty to defend them. As Lugaregia was the only stranger in the room, right, he came to the logical means valid decision that she must be responsible party, so he bit her in the ankle. This did not help matters very much. Now in this paragraph we'll come to know, since no one had worried to explain things to Roger was under the mistaken means under wrong impression. Roger was under the wrong impression that the family were being attacked. The family was in trouble. It was his duty, to defend them, to save them. It was his duty. He thought that it was his duty to defend them. As Lugaregia was the only unknown, stranger means unknown person in the room, he came to the valid or logical conclusion. He came to who came? Roger, that dog. Roger came to the valid decision that she must be responsible party for this disorder, for this uproar, for this confusion. So he bit her in the ankle. So what he did, bearing in the mind that maybe Lugaregia was the responsible for this all confusion, uproars. So what he did is the dog bit her in the ankle. Ankle means lower part of the leg. Yes, see, so what he did, he bit her in the ankle. This did not help matters well, and this act did not help any one of them. Not help this act did not help the matter very much, right? He was not able to solve the problem. Now see the last paragraph of this chapter. By the time certain amount of order had been restored, right? All the babies scorpion had hidden themselves under the various plates and bits of cutlery. Eventually means finally, after impassioned here, what was derived meaning? Filled with intense emotion, intense feelings. You can say, please on my part, backed up my mother. Back means supported. Backed up, what will say? Supported. Now see, yes, backed up by my mother. Leslie's suggestion that the whole lot be slaughtered means killed, was quashed. Quash means crushed or denied. While the family, still simmering with rage and fright, retired means went to the drawing room, I spent half an hour rounding up the babies, picking them up in the teaspoons and returning them to their mother's bag. Then I carried them outside on a saucer here, dish or plate, in a table teaspoons and returning them to their mother's bag. Then I carried them outside on the saucer with utmost reluctance here, reluctantly, unwillingly, released them on the garden wall. Roser and I went and spent the afternoon on the hillside. Far means because I felt it would be prudent means wise, prudent to allow the family to have siesta rest after lunch, before seeing them again. Now in this paragraph, in the last paragraph, you will come to know, by the time certain amount of order had been restored, certain amount of order had been collected by different people, different order they were giving to what to do to escape from the scorpions. So the writer described, by the time a certain amount of order had been collected and all the babies scorpions had hidden themselves. The writer described all the small babies, right? Small baby scorpions, you can say, small baby scorpions had hidden themselves under the various plates and bits of cutting tool. Cutlery means cutting tool. Where they had hidden themselves under the various plates and bits of cutlery. You can say cutlery means cutting tools. What will say? Bits of cutting tools. Eventually, finally, after impassion, after filled with intense feeling on his part, backed up by mother, he was supported by his mother. Leslie's suggestion, why he was supported? Because Leslie, one of the members of his family, suggested that the whole lot, all the scorpion, right, all the scorpion be slaughtered. What he suggested? What was Leslie's suggestion? His suggestion was that the whole lot be killed. Whole lot means whose lot? Scorpions. So what he suggested? Leslie suggested, or you can say Leslie's suggestion was that whole lot to be killed was quashed, what means crushed, was denied, not accepted by his mother. This is why the writer described that he was supported by his mother. While the family is still simmering, boiling, right, getting angry. Now here the writer, while the family is still simmering. Simmering means boiling, or you can say getting angry, right? Or being angry with rage, with anger and fear. They were right in disorder, or you can say while the family is still simmering, what do you say, simmering or boiling, or they were they were getting angry with anger and fright. Anger here, rage, anger and fright. Fright means fear. They retired to the drawing room. They went to the drawing room. What they did? They all the family member went to the drawing room. Right? I spent half an hour rounding up the babies. Who spent half an hour? Author. The author, Gerald Darrell. Gerald Darrell spent half an hour rounding up. Rounding here we will derive the meaning collecting or gathering. So he spent, author or Gerald Darrell spent half an hour gathering the baby scorpions, or you can gathering the babies and picking them and taking upward, and what he was doing, picking them up in a teaspoon, and he was taking them upward in a teaspoon and returning them to their mother's bag, where he was taking them and keeping them at the back of, on the back of mother. What will say? On the back of mother. On the back of mother. Then I carried, the writer in the last, then I carried them outside on a saucer. Then what he did? Then author, he carried them outside on the saucer. Saucer here, disc or plate, and with utmost with reluctant, you can say reluctantly, unwillingly, with utmost reluctance means reluctantly, or you can say unwillingly. Reluctantly means unwillingly. With utmost reluctance means reluctantly, or you can say unwillingly, unwillingness or unwillingly, release them means left them, release them to the garden wall. What he did? Unwillingly, he was helpless. What will say was, author was helpless. Unwillingly he left them. Where he left them? He left them on the garden wall. He released them on the garden wall. He left all the scorpions on the garden wall. Roger and I, the writer, Roger and author went and spent the afternoon. Where is when? On the hillside. Roger and the author went out and spent the afternoon on the hillside. For means because I felt it would be prudent to allow the family to have a siesta before seeing them again. So here the author thought, because he felt, you can say, because author felt that it would be wise to allow the family to have a siesta, have a rest, right? Have a rest after, you can say, rest after lunch before seeing them again. Finally, what I thought is when because first what it is, Roger and he went out to the hillside. What will say? Went and spent the afternoon on the hillside. Clear? Yes, because he felt it would be wise to allow the family member to have rest after lunch before seeing them again. Now we'll complete the exercise. Okay, sir. Open your book, page number 49. We'll complete first exercise. Section A. Read these sets of words: day and night workers used in the book, the hunters and the hunted, and prey and the predators. These pairs words are joined by and a binomial. So these are known as binomial pair. These are known as binomial pair. See the definition given in your book. A binomial pair is expression containing two words which are joined by conjunction, usually and or. The word order of binomial pair is usually fixed. So see here in the very first exercise of this lesson, section A, given divided in two sides, one side given words by binomial words given, another side given meaning, right? So you have to match these words. See, it's written 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Another side written meaning given A to J. Now I am going to give you the answer. See here I have written answer. A you will match with D, and first with D, second E, third A, fourth H, fifth C, sixth J, seventh I, eighth B, ninth F, and then G. Now see your book once again. Bits and pieces you will match with D, a small individual things. Second, give or take you will match with approximately. And C, peace and quiet you will it should be Q-U-I-E-T, written here quiet, Q-U-I-T-E, you write Q-U-I-E-T. So you correct the spelling of this word. Peace and quiet. So third one you will match with silence. Now A, third with A. Fourth, pros and cons you will match H, positive and negative aspect. Positive you will match with H, positive and negative aspect of something. Safe and sound. Fifth, alive you will match with C, alive or unharmed after being in danger. Now see 6, loud and clear. Number 6 you will match with J, clear and easily understandable. Now see 7, make or break you will match with I, a crucial factor that determines the success of something. Now 8, sick and tired you will match with word thoroughly bored. Now 9, do's and don'ts you will match with F, you will match with F, right? It's written here instruction and warnings about what you should and should not do in particular situation. Now see the short and sweet you will match with G, surprisingly short in a way that is pleasing. Now see friend, answer given here you will tick in your book. Now written use binomial pairs to make sentences. Till then you try to use these words in your sentences. Now use the binomial pairs to make sentences. I have written here sentences. You can write by your own also by using these binomial pairs. See, it's written first one. I always have a lot of bits and pieces in my pocket. See the second, 350 years ago, give or take a few. See the third one, your brother needs a bit of peace and quiet. See the fourth one, motherhood has both its pros and cons. Now see the fifth one, 3 days later, the hikers were found safe and sound. Now see the number 6, hopefully my points came across here loud and clear. Number 6. Now I am going to rub it. First you note these 6. If you can write by your own also. Now see number 7. The soundtrack can make or break production. Number 7. Number 8. We were sick and tired there. Number 9, I have no knowledge of the political do's or don'ts. Number 10, his comments were short and brief. Now these are the uses. You can write by your own also. You can construct by your own. For your help, I have given these sentences. Now you continue. Next exercise B, section B. and highlighted the word, underline the antonyms. So separately I have written here words, synonyms and antonyms. You can circle and synonyms and right here. You can in each row circle the synonyms. Then you can circle synonyms and you have to underline the antonyms. You will underline here. I have already given. You check it, go through it. Words, synonyms, antonyms. Now see all, and you can do it. Now see this one: sagging, drooping, floppy, and antonym is stiff. Indiscriminately, aimlessly, and choked air. Chaotically is a synonyms, and deliberately antonyms. Apologetic, regretful, penitent, and unrepentant is already given. Is correct? Now see this one: unfortunate, ill-fated, unlucky, and antonyms will be lucky. Infinite, unbounded, endless, and limited. Antonyms will be limited. Now see: surreptitiously, secretly, and this one sneakily. These are the synonyms, and this one openly is antonyms. Now see: deliberately, sluggish, and leisurely, synonyms, and rushed is antonyms. Now see: pandemonium, racket, and uproar, synonyms, and order is antonyms. Now you can fill in your book, you can correct in your. And see the one more exercise given in your book: kinds of sentences, types of sentences. Sentences divided into three: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. See the definition given here, you can write the same definition: a sentence that comprises an independent clause. You know independent, we have already discussed about independent clause which does not depend on other for its meaning. For instance, a sentence that comprises an independent clause is called simple sentence, or you can say other word, it contains only one finite verb. Example given here: no one bothered to explain things to him. So one of the example of simple sentence. Now see the second, compound sentence: a sentence that comprises two independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunction is called a compound sentence. A compound sentence contains two or more than two independent clauses and it's joined by coordinate conjunction. See the example is given here: the inhabitants of the world were mixed lot and they were divided into day and night workers. So second, now see the complex sentence: a complex sentence that comprises, or you can say contains, a complex sentence that comprises an independent clause and a dependent clause joined by subordinating conjunction is called complex sentence. What you say? It contains one independent and one or more, you can say, subordinate clauses or dependent clause. So what you say? Complex sentence: a sentence that contains an independent clause and a dependent clause joined by subordinate conjunction is called complex sentence. See here, you have to identify the sentences whether it is simple, compound or complex. See the first sentence I have written here. Yes, see, identify these sentences. First one written: crumbling wall. The crumbling wall that surrounded the sunken garden was rich. It contains one finite and one independent clause and one dependent clause. So this one will be, what will say? This one is, to write complex sentence. First one is complex. So I am writing here, first one is complex sentence. Complex sentence. Here it contains one independent and one dependent. See the second sentence: the hunting was searched out spiders and spiders and spiders hunted for the flies. This sentence contains two independent clause and joined by coordinating conjunction, so it will be compound sentence. What, right? Compound sentence. Now see the third. The most self-effacing creature of the wall community was scorpion. It contains only one finite verb, so it will be simple sentence. What will you say? Simple sentence. Simple sentence. It contains only one. This one is compound. First one is complex, joined by subordinating conjunction, so it will be complex sentence. This one is joined by, both are independent clause, joined by coordinating conjunction, it will be compound sentence. And third one contains only one finite verb, so it will be simple sentence. And now see the fourth one. If you kept him in the sun too long, he would simply turn his back on you. If this conjunction joined by subordinating conjunction, so if clause, so it will be also complex sentence. What I said? Complex. Now, two more sentences given is when I am reading it. See, closer inspection proved that this strange garment was made up of mass of tiny babies. Here, this sentence number 5 is also joined by subordinating conjunction. So this will be also complex sentence. What will be number 5? Number 5 will be complex since it is joined by subordinating conjunction, and this sentence contains one independent clause and one dependent clause. So number 5 will be complex sentence. Now number 6. With infinite care, I maneuvered the family into a matchbox. This sentence contains only one finite verb, so this will be simple sentence. Number 6 sentence will be simple. Now see once again, first one complex, second compound, third sentence simple, number 4 will be complex, and number 5 will be complex, and number 6 will be simple since it contains only one finite verb. So this will be, last sentence will be simple sentence. Now exercises of this chapter is over, and one more exercise left of chapter number 3 we will complete. Number 3. One exercise was left, so complete this one also, and the open window. One exercise was left, punctuation. Here in punctuation given type of dash. So there are 3 type of dash: M dash, second N dash, and third is hyphen. So here it's a given punctuation about M dash, N dash, and the hyphen. Now see the M dash given in your book, page number 28. Please open your book, chapter number 3, page number 28, and see it's written punctuation. So see the first M dash. M dash is similar to commas, colon, or parenthesis. Parenthesis means brackets. The M dash is used to show a break in the sentence. See the example is given here. Then she suddenly brightened into alert attention, and dash is given longer, but not to what Frampton was saying. Now see friend, the size here M dash and the length of letter M. The size of the dash will be at the length of letter M. Now see the second E N dash. What is then N dash? It is shorter than M dash. So N dash is wider than hyphen. This one is wider than hyphen but narrower than M dash. The N dash is used to show a span or range of numbers, dates or time. For example, 40 dash 50 people, 1817 and 1916. See, you can see the short size of end dash shorter than the m dash, and see one more given hyphen is smaller than n dash, m and n. Hyphen is used to form compound nouns or compound adjectives with compound numbers or some prefixes. Now see, snipe shooting or brother-in-law, father-in-law, we use hyphen, right? Now see here, you can see it's written about m dash, n dash and hyphen. Now send in the next page, page number 29, some sentences given. You have to write. Question is, use correct punctuation marks and rewrite these sentences. Use capital letters where required. Now see the first sentence is written here. Written Sarah's. What is written? Sarah. It is wrong. Sarah's dog bit the neighbor. Here punctuation full stop not at the at the end of sentence we apply full stop. So what will do? First you correct this one. So starting the Sarah is a name, proper noun. The proper noun always written with capital letter at the beginning. So it will be S will be capital. S-A-R-A. It's written Sarah's dog. So apostrophe you will apply here. Then write Sarah's dog bit. What right? Sarah's dog bit the neighbor. Full stop. At the end of sentence, what you mentioned? Full stop. See the second again written with a small letter. So we write first letter with capital, and here is a parity sentence. What writes then? Don't. What right? Don't go outside. At the end of sentence, you will apply full stop. Now third sentence given. Did you go to the cinema yesterday? So here question mark not given, and again D is started with small letters. What right? First write capital. Did you go to the cinema yesterday? And in interrogative sentence we apply question mark. At the end of sentence we apply question mark. Now see again number 4 written here, come here, and it's written is small letter. So first letter will be capital. So what will be C? Come here, and at the end of sentence what will apply? Send full stop. Come here. What right here? Come here. What right here? Come full stop. Now, one more thing I would like to tell you, friend. When we are getting 2-3 nouns together, in that case we separate each noun by using comma. Here given food, dry clothes. See in your book number 5. Food, dry clothes, water, and mobile, phone, everything. Phone. After phone, write M dash. You use M dash. Everything is packed. Now you just correct it. You can write by noun also. Now I am going to rub it and going to give the rest sentences. See number 6, number 5. Up to 4 we have done. See number 5. So here 2-3 nouns given together: food, dry clothes, water. So what we do? We always start the sentence with capital letter. So what will be number 5th? Number 5th will be first will correct it. This one will be capital. Food. What right? Food. After food you write, you will apply comma, dry clothes, then comma, water, and mobile phone, and mobile phone. After phone what you will apply? M dash. After you will apply M dash. Clear? M dash and then write everything here. Everything. Everything. What is written? Everything is packed. Is packed. And you know at the end of sentence what you apply? Full stop. In your book it is not mentioned, so after packed you write full stop. Now see the number 6. Alberto is a proper noun. So this will be first letter. We always write in capital, whether we find in beginning or middle or at the end. Proper noun always written with a capital letter. So what will write here? A will be capital. A-L. Alberto attended the university. U will be capital. University of place when given Colorado. C will be capital. C will be capital. C-O-L-O-R-A-D-O. And here written in bracket 1981. Here will apply dash. What right? And 1985. Clear? So we'll put dash there between 81. Clear friend? Here. Now see number 7. Written the victim. Again T will be capital letters. What I said? The victim. What I said? Victim. Yes. Victim was. What right? Victim was a 25. Here. A left here. So a 20. After 20 you will apply dash 5 dash year. What right? Year old man. At the end of sentence you will apply full stop. Now written here ouch. So O will be capital. Ouch. Yes, see this one. Ouch. I am writing here. You can see. Ouch. Alright. Ouch. Sign of exclamation. After ouch, what I said? That. T will be capital. That hurt. Full stop. Now she said. All right, ouch. So after ouch you will apply sign of exclamation. Then that hurt me. That hurt. Ouch. Then exclamation mark you write in capital letter. That hurt me. This is the answer of number 8. Okay, sir. Now we have completed the exercises. Assignment given online. So you will complete the summer assignment in your classwork copy, not in file. No need of buying any kind of file. You will complete your assignment work in your classwork copy. Okay, sir. Thank you very much. God bless you.